To most people in the 1970s, Ted Bundy looked harmless, almost charming. He had the clean-cut face, the polite manners, the soft voice that made strangers feel comfortable. He blended into crowds, offered help when no one asked for it, and smiled just a little too easily. In a world without online records, digital trails, or instant suspicion, Bundy used his appearance like a mask. And behind that mask lived one of the most dangerous men in American history. His crimes began slowly, almost invisibly. Women disappeared in Washington, Oregon, Utah, and Colorado, but police departments were not yet connected, and the idea of a serial killer was still new. No one imagined that the same man could be responsible. The reports seemed random. A missing student, a vanished clerk, a young woman last seen near her dorm. But a pattern was forming, one hidden by distance, time, and Bundy's ability to shift identities like changing clothes. Bundy understood one thing very well: most people trust too easily. He used fake casts, crutches, and injured arm slings to appear harmless, asking women to help carry books or load items into his car. The moment they leaned in, the trap closed. But what Bundy never expected was that one survivor would eventually expose his lies. One woman who sensed something was wrong, fought back, and became the key that investigators needed to connect the dots. Her story begins on a cold night, a night that would unravel Bundy's carefully constructed illusion and reveal the monster he truly was. She didn't know his name yet. She didn't know the danger she was in, but she would soon become the reason Ted Bundy's mask finally cracked. Her name was Carol Duranch, a 17-year-old who had no reason to fear a man in a police uniform. She was at a mall in Murray, Utah, when he approached her with a tone of authority and concern. He introduced himself as Officer Roseland. The name was fake, but the badge on his belt looked real enough to trust. He told her someone had tried to break into her car. He told her she needed to come with him to file a report. He told her just enough truth to hide the lie underneath. Carol followed him to what she thought was a patrol car. Instead, she found herself stepping into Ted Bundy's tan Volkswagen Beetle. The moment she sat down, something felt off. There was no police radio, no equipment, no sense of order or procedure. Her instincts whispered that something was deeply wrong. But Bundy spoke so calmly, so rationally, that doubt clouded her intuition. Then she saw it. Instead of driving to the police station, Bundy suddenly turned onto a dark side road. His voice dropped, his expression hardened, and in that instant, Carol's fear became certainty. Bundy lunged at her, snapping a handcuff around one wrist. She fought back with everything she had, kicking, clawing, screaming inside that tiny car. Bundy was shocked. He wasn't used to resistance. He lost his grip for a moment, and that moment was all Carol needed. She flung the door open and ran into the street, ran until headlights caught her terrified face, ran until she found help. Carol Duranch escaped Ted Bundy, becoming one of the few survivors who lived to tell their story. But her escape did more than save her life. It created the first thread that investigators would later pull to unravel Ted Bundy's empire of deception. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. For years, Ted Bundy moved like a shadow, calculating, charming, always staying one step ahead of investigators. But by early 1978, that invincibility started to fracture. Unknown to Bundy, a small detail from his past was about to spiral into the biggest break law enforcement had been praying for. It started in a cluttered evidence room in Salt Lake City. An officer reviewing old case materials noticed something unusual: the plaster cast of a bite mark taken from a 1975 victim. Back then, it hadn't led anywhere. But in 1978, forensic dentistry was evolving fast. Suddenly, something that once felt insignificant had the power to expose a monster. When officers sent the cast to Florida investigators, the reaction was immediate. They already had an unidentified suspect, caught in Pensacola after giving a fake name, then connected to multiple crimes. They didn't know yet that this was Ted Bundy. But when they saw the dental impression, a spark ignited. Bundy's teeth were slightly misaligned in a way that was nearly impossible to duplicate. Investigators now believed they were dealing with the same man responsible for cases across multiple states. Still, that wasn't enough. They needed Bundy himself to confirm it, without realizing what he was giving away. During a routine jail inspection, Bundy flashed a wide grin, joking smugly with officers. They didn't react, but they were watching closely. And in that brief moment, the pattern was unmistakable. The impressions matched. Bundy had practically handed them the confirmation they needed. The man who survived on manipulation had just betrayed himself with a smile. And for the first time, investigators felt something they had never felt before in the Bundy case. Certainty. Once Ted Bundy realized investigators had connected him to multiple states, he shifted into the persona he trusted most, his own. In Florida, Bundy made a stunning request. He wanted to represent himself in court. No lawyer, no barrier, just Bundy, the jury, and the performance of his life. For a moment, it almost worked. Bundy strutted into the courtroom with confidence, waving legal papers, objecting, questioning witnesses, acting as if the trial were a stage and he was the star. Crowds gathered outside. Cameras rolled. Reporters compared him to a politician rather than a defendant in a capital case. Bundy wanted the attention and the spotlight obeyed. But the prosecution had something stronger than Bundy's theatrics. Evidence he couldn't charm his way out of. The moment the bite mark photos were displayed, the room tightened. Experts explained the match, and every juror leaned forward as if seeing Bundy for the first time. Not as the smooth talker at the defense table, but as the man investigators believed he truly was. Bundy tried to downplay the science, criticizing the methods and questioning the experts. But the confidence that once captivated crowds now came off as desperation. Jurors watched the shift happen in real time. Then came the moment no performance could overshadow. Eyewitnesses identifying Bundy with unwavering certainty. Each voice was steady. Each account pointed directly toward him. For the first time during the trial, Bundy's posture stiffened. The charm, so powerful for so long, was slipping. The audience outside still whispered his name, fascinated by the spectacle. But inside the courtroom, something else was unfolding. The illusion of Ted Bundy's control was breaking, and he knew it. After months of testimony, evidence, and tense courtroom moments, the moment America had been waiting for arrived. The jury's decision. Ted Bundy, once untouchable, once a master manipulator, now sat silently in the Florida courtroom. His charm had failed. His tricks had failed, and the weight of decades of horrific crimes finally rested on his shoulders. As the foreperson read the verdict, guilty on multiple counts of murder, the courtroom erupted in controlled chaos. Some people wept. Others breathed sighs of relief. Survivors like Carol Durant felt a heavy burden lift, knowing that Bundy's reign of terror would finally end. His past escapes, his manipulations, and the fear he had cast across the nation could no longer protect him. But even after the verdict, Bundy remained a puzzle. Psychologists and criminal profilers studied him for decades, trying to understand how one man could charm strangers, evade capture, and commit such heinous crimes. His story became the benchmark for law enforcement, forensic science, and criminal profiling in the United States. Bundy's execution in January 1989 brought finality to one chapter of American crime history, but his name remains synonymous with the terror caused by a predator who appeared ordinary. The survivors' courage, the relentless work of investigators, and the advancements in forensic science are what finally ended his spree. For viewers today, the lesson remains clear. Evil can hide behind a smile, but persistence, truth, and bravery can expose it. Ted Bundy's crimes shocked a generation, but his capture and conviction became a story of justice prevailing over deception. The man who once fooled America is gone, but the stories of survival, investigation, and the courtroom drama he left behind continue to captivate and warn generations about the dangers of trusting appearances.